Hey everyone, it's Alex, and I am back with my video for the winners of the second Critics' Choice Documentary Awards. Now, these awards were held several weeks ago on November 2nd, I believe, and they were hosted by Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller, but they weren't broadcast on television, which is why there hasn't been a lot of news reports about this, even though all the major news outlets that cover award shows like Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, etc. did cover this event. I just haven't been able to cover it till now just because I've been so busy with all the other videos I've had to make, as well as all the other stuff going on in my life, like work and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal the winners and talk about the ones I've heard buzz about. I haven't really seen any of these contenders, which I mentioned in my video about the nominations, but I've certainly heard about a lot of these. Chances are I'll probably see some of them somewhere down the line. So here are the winners for the second Critics' Choice Documentary Awards. Best Ongoing Documentary Series, TV or Streaming, American Masters. Best Limited Documentary Series, TV or Streaming, The Vietnam War. Best Song in a Documentary, Jump from Step, performed by Cynthia Erivo. Best First Documentary, Keddy, by Seda Toran. Best Music Documentary, Clive Davis, The Soundtrack of Our Lives. Best Political Documentary, Abacus, Small Enough to Jail. Best Sports Documentary, Icarus. Most Innovative Documentary, and there was a tie in this category with Dawson City Frozen Time and Last Men in Aleppo. Best Director, there's another tie in this category. Evgeny Afanevsky, Cries from Syria, and Frederick Wiseman, Ex Libris, The New York Public Library. And finally, Best Documentary Feature, Jane. And then the one category that did not necessarily have a winner, but rather have all the subjects be honored together, was Most Compelling Living Subject of a Documentary. And for a refresher, those people were The Cats of Istanbul from Keddy, Etty from One of Us, Al Gore from An Inconvenient Sequel, Truth to Power, Laird Hamilton from Take Every Wave, The Life of Laird Hamilton, Dolores Huerta from Dolores, Gigi Lazzarato from This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous, and the Sung family from Abacus, Small Enough to Jail. Now, with these winners, I've certainly heard about a lot of them. American Masters, of course, long-running series, never really watched it though. For Best Limited Documentary Series, The Vietnam War, that's Ken Burns' newest documentary miniseries, which I hear is excellent. Step, I've heard a lot of great things about. It's a documentary about a high school step dance team that's been getting a lot of praise, and I mentioned it also in my video about the contenders for the Oscar for Best Documentary Feature. And Keddy could possibly be a big contender as well. Clive Davis, The Soundtrack of Our Lives, of course that's about legendary music producer Clive Davis. Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, I believe it's that documentary about a family in the 2008 financial crisis. For Best Sports Documentary, I don't really know what Icarus is about. For Most Innovative Documentary, Dawson City Frozen Time, I think that's about like a bunch of silent films that were found buried in some town or something. From what I remember reading, I could be wrong. The Last Men in Aleppo, it's one of those documentaries about the ongoing conflict in Syria. Same thing with Cries from Syria, one of the winners for Best Director, and Ex Libris, The New York Public Library. It's pretty obvious from the title what that's about. And then Jane, which is about Jane Goodall. So whether or not these films end up getting Oscar recognition, we'll see, because the voting bodies for the Critics' Choice Awards and the Academy Awards are completely different. I don't believe there's any person who's able to vote for both awards. So, you know, we'll see what critics versus Academy members think are the greatest documentaries of the year. But usually there's a good chance at least some of these contenders will probably at least make it into the Oscars shortlist of the 15 semifinalists, which then go on to become the 5 official nominees. That's really all I can say about these winners because I haven't seen them yet, but but once the Oscar frontrunners start emerging, I'm probably going to check some of these out, and hopefully some of these films will be on there, but we'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment below in the comment section if you've seen any of these documentaries. Let me know what you think of them, and please subscribe to my channel if you've not yet already done so you can get my newest videos, and stay tuned for my next video, which I'm going to be making literally right after this, about the contenders in the Oscar race for Best Animated Feature. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.